everyone, it's your local photographer and amateur eclipse chaser Heather Scully here, bringing you some information for next week's Great American Solar Eclipse on Monday, April 8th. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the sun and the earth, which causes the moon to cast a shadow onto the earth. Solar eclipses are quite common, with a partial, annular, or total eclipse occurring on average 2 to 5 times a year, with a total eclipse typically every 18 months somewhere in the world. If you would like to see a total eclipse, you will need to be somewhere in the path of totality. The length of this eclipse's pathway is about 9,190 miles and will stretch all the way from the west coast of Mexico through 13 U.S. states, ending in the Atlantic Ocean, with a partial eclipse visible in some of the UK. Despite the length of this pathway, it varies between only 108 to 122 miles wide. If you are not in the path of totality, you will still have the chance to see a partial eclipse. A partial eclipse is not safe to view without proper eye protection at any time. In State College, Pennsylvania, we will see about 95% coverage. Here you can see this is the peak coverage in State College, and here is the peak coverage in Andover, Ohio, about 180 miles west. In the path of totality, there is a limited amount of time the sun will be 100% covered by the moon. The total eclipse will be the longest near Teheran, Mexico, lasting 4 minutes and 28 seconds. By the time it reaches Pennsylvania, about 2 hours later, the total eclipse will last roughly 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Leading up to the eclipse, the temperature will drop. Shadows will either become sharper or blurrier depending on their angle to the sun. The moon's shadow can cause slight impacts to wind direction and speed. Light levels and colors begin to darken, and a change in animal behavior is usually seen about 10 minutes before the eclipse. The corona of the sun will appear just before the eclipse, and as the moon fully covers the sun, it reaches the moment called second contact, and this is when it's safe to view without eye protection. The brighter stars and planets will begin to appear. There might be sunlight visible around the horizon, and in the final moments of totality, the diamond ring will become visible. This is the first band of light to peek from behind the moon after the eclipse. With the next total eclipse crossing the continental US occurring August 12th, 2045, you won't want to miss this experience.